Unfortunately, there are going to be a significant amount of people who are going to be affected by it. But as bailiffs, there are usually ways around it if people talk to us. We have to be seen as being compassionate, which obviously we are, sympathetic to people's needs. We basically try and instruct our bailiffs through training to talk to people how they would expect to be spoken to themselves. You know, we don't want to be, as I've already said, seen as bully boys. Those days are long gone for bailiffs. We act on behalf of the council. They're our clients, and we're dealing with their customers. So obviously any complaints would go back to our client, and that's not acceptable. If somebody has two big cars on their front drive, live in a 4-bedroom house, and clearly have enough money to make payment, well, we would have to assess each case by its merits. But certainly they're the people who are the council want us to act on their behalf and recover the monies from. However, if it's a single parent, obviously with limited income, a couple of kids, and isn't working and doesn't have a lot in their property, we aren't going to go in and take people's fridges and cookers and what they need to basically live off. We would never do that. Of course, a consequence of people not paying their council tax is that the majority who do pay their council tax run the risk of their council tax being increased to cover the costs of people not paying. The majority of people pay their council tax whether they can afford to pay it or not. So it does seem a little bit unfair on those people who do pay, that there's a number of people who are in a position to pay who simply don't. And those are the people that most people in the community would actually want to see, bailiffs or people attending to recover the money. Well, at Julious we actually cap our fees. This is something that the councils obviously like, because they know that we're not going to charge extortionate fees, which unfortunately some bailiff firms do.